A couple of pumps of grease goes a long way. On your main swing pin, as well as on your tilt pin, just a couple of pumps. It's going to do a few things. It's going to displace any moisture there may be in there. It's going to lubricate the bushings. It's going to make your steering that much freer, but it's going to keep you going for a lot of years. All the little things matter. I like to check my oil often, sometimes every day. If we've had those hardcore tournament days, I'll check it every day. What you want to do, make sure that when you remove your engine cowling, make sure that your engine pan, your lower pan is level. You want that just about horizontal. That's going to make an accurate depiction on your dipstick. Pull your dipstick out, clean off any excess oil, drop it back down in the tube, bring it up, see what you got. Our oil level is just below the full mark. That's what we want. We don't want to go any lower than that, and we don't want to go above it. Check your oil often, make sure it's clean. Recommended is about every 100 hours. If you've been running it hard, don't be afraid to do it a little more often. Remember, the more the merrier. Keep your maintenance up to schedule, pay attention to detail. Not only will you catch that winning fish, but you might be the first guy home with it. About every 15 or 20 hours, or heck, even after one of those grueling Ironman days out there in the Gulf, I like to pop my cowlings and take a look. After the boats cool down, pop your cowlings, take a good long look at stuff. What I like to do is touch things and feel them, make sure all my electrical connections look good, overall general look at things. Once I've done that and I'm satisfied with that, a nice good protectant, something like Yamaha's Yama Shield, will go do numbers of things for you in the long run. Not only is it going to protect your motor from things coming in, but it can also provide an excellent lubricant source for moving parts. A little goes a long ways. Take a look at your battery connections as well. This is your main battery feed coming from your vessel's battery supply. Make sure they're tight, make sure they're clean, got your positive and your negatives. This is your main electrical supply to your motor. Take an observation, there's no corrosion on them, they look good. Hit them with a little bit of Yama Shield. A little bit goes a long way. Just that little bit of Yama Shield on there is going to coat those things, protect them. It's going to make you happy and keep those batteries charged up, working well for many years to come.
Good.
Before and after each one of our road trips, we do a couple things to our trailers. We want to take an overall look at the components on the trailer. Above all, your brakes are your most important part. Test your brakes every time you start or stop. Pulling out of that driveway, hit your little actuator, tap your brakes, make sure everything works. Get one of your co-partners to make sure all your turn signals and your marker lights are functioning. Brakes, all that. Make sure your lights are good. Make sure your brakes are good, and then do an inspection on your trailer. I always check my air pressure, and I like to take a visual look at my wheels and bearings. For instance, we can look at this center one here, and we can see we've got a little bit of excess grease coming out. How did that happen? Not really sure. What I want to do, first off, I want to pop the inspection cover off and see what comes out of there. If I've got straight grease coming out, then I know I've got nothing more than straight grease coming out. If water were to come out with that, or this would be really milky colored, I'd be a little bit concerned. Chances are I probably just put a little too much grease in there. But the one thing I do is about every 1,000 to 1,500 miles, so I'll put my grease gun on the end of that spindle and I'll give it a couple of pumps of grease. There you have it. That's a simple trailering tip. Take care of yours. It'll take you down the road many miles.